16-year-old son, Jake, has completely dropped out of school. He's dropped out of marching band. He has dropped out of life. Jake spends all day, all night playing video games.
He's spending 12, 16, maybe more hours a day playing video games.
The last time he attended school was last May. He's refused to start his junior year. He says he can't do it. He doesn't want to. Jake is being very defiant. He will get aggressive with his 13-year-old sister. Don't touch her again!
I didn't touch her!
About 10 days ago, Jake and I had our first ever physical altercation together.
Things have gotten so bad that I have had to call the police twice.
Krista is at home with Jake, and I think that, you know, it's hard for her to control him. He's a 6 foot tall, 16-year-old. He doesn't have a whole lot of respect for Krista.
I am afraid of Jake at this point.
Krista and I are not always on the same page as far as how we would parent Jake.
I absolutely believe some of these issues with Jake stem from the separation and divorce from John and I. The divorce has really affected Jake in a negative way.
It does bother me that my parents are divorced. It's very upsetting to me, very sad. I have seen my parents fight before. I am bothered by it. It's kind of upsetting, but I would love to see my parents get back together one day. I just don't think it'll ever happen.
You know, divorce is tough, right? I mean, if any time a child goes through a divorce, it's tough. And the biggest mistake parents make is they realize the child's having a hard time, so they overindulge them. So I know this is hard on them, so I'll let them stay up late, or I'll buy them this, or I'll do them that. That's exactly what they don't need. What a child needs during divorce is they need to see business as usual. They need to see that there's somebody there stable enough to run the business of the family. That, hey, wait a minute, I still got to get up and go to school. My routine is still here. The world didn't fall apart. And the common sense, parents go the other direction and try to comfort them and indulge them. And what they need is routine and reinforcement, and to see like, oh, wow, there's life after divorce. Everything seemed to remain the same, except they aren't together anymore. And in this situation, you have open warfare of parental alienation. But I mean, did you hear the text and the back and forth? And it's so painful for me to see parents that run their own agenda at the expense of the child. Those kids are picking up the tab for that. And you saw when I asked Dad, what's your ownership here? Did I ask that wrong? I asked if, I really thought maybe my mic shorted out or something. Because what I expect a parent to say when you ask that is to go through a checklist of things. And like in that situation, well, I've badmouthed his mother in front of him. I've overindulged him. I have let it deteriorate to physical altercations. I could have made a list for him. I could still be making the list. I just can't think of anything. Maybe I'm too nice. But you got to be willing to look and see.